this. And let me share. I'm going to stop my video because it uses up resources on my computer. Now I'll start my share. All right. So you guys are seeing my screen, right? No, I don't want to save that. Let me put this smaller. Close that off. All right, so here we are. We're logged into Doug's website, and it's a good time for us to take a look at what he's been doing anyway. Doug's Abode, that's his title for his website. So those of us that are brand new need to know that our brand is at the top of our website on every page. So this is your site identity, and his is called Doug's Abode. And it's nice if you can think of something unique for you. But you go back and forth just the way I did. Right now, when you first get your website, when you hover over this link, it shows your community's information. Well, anyway, here's a good thing to show everybody. So when you go to 1F16, this is what it starts out as. I'm not logged in, so we're not seeing that. I'm logged into Doug's site, so that's why I never change your password. So it says this, where his says Doug's Abode, it says your online community information system. This is a site title, and we want to think of something to change that to. Okay, so just be aware of that. And also, your start. This is especially geared towards you, Adam. Your site starts out as a copy of this 1f16.com. So anytime you can't remember what it was, or you're wondering, did I change something? You can come to 1F16 and take a look and see. So what Doug was asking me is about this menu structure. Okay, so be aware that the menu structure, I really think of this in this website as three different components. In other words, this menu on the left, the content area in the middle, and then the widgets or the whatever we have ads and the farm and stuff over here, the search box and stuff on the right. So when we're modifying our pages, we're really working only in the center area, the content area. All right. And then the way you modify the menu, now this is a problem. There's always more than one way to do the same thing. Since I'm here on Doug's site and I'm logged in, I could go straight to the menus by hovering over Doug's Abode here. This black bar appears because I'm logged in. So if you don't see howdy, your name in this corner, it means you're not logged in. And the reason I point that out is I've had students say, hey, I can't modify my websites because they didn't get logged into their WordPress to begin with. At any rate, that just being said, from here, you can go straight to the menus from this shortcut right here. And it'll bring you to this screen, which is where we're going to modify the menu. However, I will show you another way. So when you're on your dashboard, and you can go back to the dashboard here. When you're on your dashboard and you come down here to, I usually keep this appearance. Okay, so it's appearance. I don't usually have this looking like this. This is the way Doug has his. That's okay. I just keep it a little bit wider here. So instead of image labels, if you hover over it, it tells you what it is. Anyway, it's going to be pages right here. Pages here, I mean, media and posts. And then appearance is this one. So hover over appearance and you come down to menus and you get back to where I just was. All right, so this is where the menu structure is. And look, it's the center area here. To add a new menu item, you click whatever it is you want to add, and then you drag it to the position you want. So if you notice these right here that are all the way to the left, those are not nested. In other words, those here, let me do this. I'll right click on a new tab and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So in other words, these are here appearing on the menu. Now, when we hover over arts and entertainment, for instance, this one right here, and also these should be alphabetized. Be aware of that. So E comes before N, which comes before W. Anyway, this is the one he wants to remove. It's so simple to do. Just think of this menu structure as its own separate thing. Okay, and that looks like this. So you can see here's the nesting on it right here. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is out to the left. That means it's a label that shows these three appear under arts and entertainment. Then the next label that shows on the menu is this one, beauty and cosmetics. Okay, and then these all nest under that. And you literally can have nesting under nesting. I think I have one like that on mine. In other words, you could put this over here. And now, if you were to save this, watch what happens. Let me just show you. Um, so, save menu. Where the heck is the button for that? Oh, right here. It's covered by the Anyway, save menu. I'm going to change it anyway, Doug. So I'll just go back and show them what it looks like. Um,
Okay.
I'll use this one here, and then it's not, see, it's not right. It's not what I did because I haven't refreshed. So I'll refresh to the latest version, which I changed, right? So now watch out what happens when I hover over this. Now Wine Magic is gone, but guess what? I actually nested it underneath. So you might have a subpage on your menu that you want to add. These are what we're highlighting, okay?
Oh, I
So,
see.
so you see how I did that?
Yeah.
I nested it under here. So it's
Mhm.
very simple. Let me just go back to the menu now. And the way you would remove one is you just go to the one you want to remove, Wine Magic in this case, and click the down arrow button right here. And then you just come down here to the remove and click that. And then you save your menu. So now that's really why I wanted to do it, Doug, just so it'd be easy and I can make a recording. When I refresh your page here, oops, oh well, it doesn't matter. Oops, I didn't want to go my home. I did the wrong thing. All right, so here we go. We're going to refresh this. And now when I hover over arts and entertainment, it's gone, completely gone. So think of this as its own thing. And but with these labels here, you're not going to change these labels. We can only have 90 items on here, by the way. So your website only has 76 pages to begin with. That's not a problem. I have 215 pages on my website. So therein lies the reason we have these category pages so that we can list all of the items without putting them here on this menu. And also, not everybody sees this menu at all unless they're on it's a good review right now. But unless they're on a desktop or a laptop, they're not going to see this menu structure at all. It looks a little different. So they have this menu and right here, and then it opens like that. So when you click on arts and entertainment, it doesn't go to the arts and entertainment category. So that's why we have every category has its own all things, whatever it might be, so that we can list all of our items within that category on a page that's accessible from mobile, like this one, clothing and apparel. So in other words, this clothing and apparel is all things clothing and apparel and clothing she will love. Well, if you go to the clothing and apparel category page, it's the same. It's clothing, all thing, this is not all things. It's clothing she will love. You see what I'm saying? So these two things are the same. They're category pages, and category pages do not have offer links on them. Usually we have so Doug, this is something that you might want to be aware of. I'm looking at your site, so it's a good thing to do. Watch when we go to 1F16, and we're going to review your site before you apply for Google AdSense, but you're getting really close. Now, if you notice, when we go to Rory's clothing and apparel, the format for your category pages is this. Okay, so we have an opening paragraph. Then we have the list of the different, this one will take you to the clothing she will love. And this one will take you to the clothing for affordable fashion. And this one will take you to functional scarves. And they're in a heading, they should be in a heading 3. This is a heading 3 that he's using for that. The paragraph should have a link in the beginning of it and a link in the bottom, but they're both going to the same page. And these are the offer pages. So what I want to show you is, see, then we only have one closing, concluding paragraph. So I know Rory would say it's not a big deal and you are modifying it to make it your own, but here's the deal. This is what Google has approved and Rory's gotten with them. So I'm sure if Stacy looks at your website and she comes to this with two paragraphs at the end, she's going to say, "Oh, Doug, that's too much. You need to remove one of these." That's all. So yeah, you got it right here, and the pictures. That's another thing. We don't really want to compete with images. So like this big image right here on a category page is, if anything, if you're two images on a category page is okay. So you have one there and you have one down here, but this is really too big. So it's simple to just click here. And then if you don't mind, you can always put it back, Doug, but I'm just trying to we're doing something here that's going to hopefully benefit uh, everybody. So I'll come down to that image right here, click it, and then I can resize it. But you got to click it to make it active. And there's a couple
Mhm.
ways you can resize it. You could grab the little handlebars. I don't know why this looks like this. This is kind of awkward. Maybe I need my change my view. There we go. Um, so anyway, I think there might be an issue with this image. No big deal. Uh, but for some reason it doesn't have the normal handles on it. So shows that it's an image. Select parent block category. So no, that's not what we want. This right here. Yeah, it's an image. So let's do this. Over here, you got two parts. This is Yoast, this is settings. You do want to, well, this is a category page, but I would still put my focus key phrase. This is all things clothing and apparel. Okay, for instance. Now, all things clothing and apparel. This is your all things page. I clicked on that one. All things clothing and apparel. So, I mean, it would be very simple to remove one of these paragraphs. All you got to do is click on it and then click the three dots and then click on delete. I'm not going to do that because you get to decide if you want to combine these two into one paragraph or if you'd like to leave one and save one. I'm not going to do that for you, but I am going to change the size of the image. So we're going to click this. I'm really surprised that I'm not seeing the handles where I can change the size this way, but there's another way. There's always more than way. Okay, bye. More than one way to do it. So you see here, the resolution is large. I usually put that on normal. Oh, what I was going to do is add the focus key phrase for this page. So Control A, Control C, and then I'll go back here in your alt text on your images. You should have your focus key phrase for the page. All right, so just all things clothing and apparel. That's the alt text. And that's what a reader, like a blind person comes to your page, their
Yeah,
reader
yeah.
is going to read that text. Okay, so now instead of having this resolution large, I'm going to change this to, um, if I make it full size, I still don't get the handles. I don't really know what's going on here. Something's weird, wonky about this. Medium. See, it's
It's not moving.
not really changing.
I
Something's
know.
wonky. Uh, Full size thumbnail. Yeah, see, that changed it to rounded. I don't know. I still don't have the handles. Do you know where you got this image? Oh, well, interesting. Interesting.
Can you have a replace? There's a replace on there.
Yeah, you can replace it. But then whatever the block is going to retain
The
everything except
size.
the
Huh?
image.
Yeah.
So it would be better to just create a new block. And the way you can do that is just go anywhere right here, click here and hit enter. There's a new block. Now I need an image block right here. So I select image and then
Mhm.
I'm going to go to your media library. That image should be in your media library. Here it is, right here. And I'll paste that alt text in at this moment. I know it's still on my clipboard from before, right? So now I'm going to select that and see if I have it the normal way. In other words, yeah, see these handlebars?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so when that happens to me, guys, that's what you do. Just get rid of that old block that's not working the way you want it. And because you can get a bug in a block. And I'm not sure what this is, gallery upload. Oh, I do know what this is. This is a media block. No, this is your heading. So actually, we don't want this. Let me show you. I'm going to get rid of this gallery. Uh, let's get rid of this. Yeah, you can use that if you want to force your image to be in a spot where, but it should work fine. So I would say about this size is right. Okay, now you can change it. Like right now, it comes in as original, and that's what we want. Okay, and then it's large. Okay, so you could use these right here. I could change it to medium and change it to that. I guess I have it close to the medium size. Well, it's not really adjusting it because I did it manually. At any rate, you can play around with these and figure out what works best. This is usually the way Rory does it. He loads it in there, sizes it this way, and then calls it good. All right, so let's say that that's what you wanted. Now, when you load it in there, it puts it in what's called justify. In other words, it's not really left, it's not really right, it's justify. So that's these lines. So we want to change it to see none. So we want to actually change it to align right. And this was the one that was next
Oh,
to
that's much better. That's much better.
this is where it was, right? Next to
Yeah.
retro. Okay, now let's update, save this page and take a look at it. Because remember, this is edit view looks different than user view. So we need to keep getting. I had a lady one time say to me, "You mean I have to go back and forth?" I said, "Yeah, unfortunately, you got to go back and forth. Otherwise, you won't really know what it's going to actually look like to the viewer." So anyway, so now it looks like this. You see what I mean? These two images are not really overbearing on this page in any way, and that's the right thing. You got the
Yeah.
opening link here. It goes to your affordable fashions. Let's see. I'm looking in the bottom left corner. It says retro vintage fashion. Okay, so then when you click on it, it's not going to open in a new tab because it's going from one of your pages to another one of your pages. And then this one should not open in a new tab, and they both go to the same place. So I can test it by just clicking it. And if it overwrite, well, see, you got a bad link. So we
Yeah.
need to figure out what that's all about,
You
right?
gave
So
me the program. You gave me the program for that. So I haven't started on it.
yeah, no, I see retro vintage fashion. Okay. So yeah. Well, here's what you do. Go over here, close his ad. He gets money from Google AdSense, and you click on the same link. Oh, he took off retro. No, here it is. Oh, I see. This is the image you're using. Uh, that's clothing she will love. This one is affordable fashion. I don't think we have that retro page anymore, Doug.
That,
So you might want to change
oh,
it
the
to,
woman's clothing? I don't think so either.
yeah, clothing she will love. Let's take
Yeah.
a look. Let's take a look at Rory's page on this one.
I think it's the one he canceled out for lack of payment.
Well, that was part of the uh, part of your. I can probably figure out what's going on here. Just a second. It's part of the. Remember the DTC links that we got?
Yeah.
Yeah, the direct to consumer, which is turning into RAM, and where he's getting us all geared up, the instructors for that. So,
Oh,
um,
he's going to change it?
yeah, it's going to be part of the Vortex
Yeah.
and the RAM, the residual affiliate marketing. I think we'll have to go through our sites and change our links. I don't know. That's coming next week, by the way. So there's
Oh,
always
that quick, huh?
yeah,
Wow.
there's always something. Well, it is not that quick. Been working on it for a while. So let's just click on his clothing she will love and see where it goes. So this is his clothing she will love. Oh, he's using SHG for his link for this. And yeah,
That's what I started to say. Can use
yeah,
SHG.
you can use SHG for anything, but for
Well,
whatever reason, you don't seem to have that page, Doug. Anyway, this is the menu, and we're finished with that.
which
That
one's that? What page? Oh, the one that,
the menu on your that we changed it. Remember, we took off Wine Magic, which is what. Oh, this is must be Rory's page because you don't have. Yeah, 1F16. You don't have. How did I got lost here? What happened here? 1Z79. Oh no, here I am. Right here, page. 1 of 16. Crazy, man. Well, I'm just gonna close this stuff and start over so I don't get lost. Anyway, we'll go back here to your website. And we happen to be on clothing and apparel. And that's this one. See, I don't really like it that small. Okay, so now clothing and affordable fashion. It was this one. So where's this one going? Clothes, women, affordable fashion. All right, 1Z79. So let's see if this is a good link. No, it doesn't go where you want it to go.
Yeah, I haven't attacked the links. I got to do that. I'm getting ready to do all that stuff.
All right, well, let me show you how to fix this. All right, so let's try this. Clothing she will love. So 1Z79, clothing she will love. I got a feeling when you're modifying the content, no, this one's good. So yeah, and we already checked 1F16, and this is what he has. Clothing she will love goes to the SHG, right? So that's all good with it. Now, on the one that we wanted to check, I use the back button. Next was this clothing. I'm just going to open it in a new tab. All right, so clothing, and this is a 404, I think, page. Yeah, not found. Okay, so
Yeah.
that means this is somehow wrong. All right, clothes, women, affordable fashion. So let's just go down here and I'll go back to your dashboard. This is great training, guys, because really this is easy to get confused with how this works. So when you go here to pages, all pages, and they're alphabetized. So you have a total of 5 lists. Each one has this number on there, but we need to get to this. It goes by the way, it goes by the title on the page. All right. So we know that this is a broken link. So I'm just going to try and find the actual page that he started with. So let me just type in close and see what happens here. So let's see, all things clothing and apparel. Those are both, and you can tell these are category pages because see it has it capitalized. Anyways, community sports membership, biohacking science, vintage retrofitting. So I don't see anything here for clothes. So let me go back to the basic thing here, remove all this.
How about clothing?
Yeah, let me just, I'll go by alphabetizing. So we'll just go through here one at a time. All right, so we're going to go to the next page, which is this one. And we'll go down to C and CO, clothing and apparel, clothing she will love. Okay, so, oh, this is the one that you do have. All right, so cooking, food, and wine. So I don't really see one here that would really start out with C. Um, Hmm. Yeah, it's hard to know. I mean, you can go through here and look at each one of these and spark your memory. Um, like to me, it might be under affordable. Affordable. AL. No, AL would come after AF. Affiliate disclosures. AL. No, there's no affordable. Interesting. So this dead link here. No, that you have this page. We already went to it. So clothing for women in affordable fashion is supposed to be going to clothes women affordable fashion. Um, what I would really do is go over here, go to 1F16 right here, Doug, and then I would navigate to that page. What is this on my screen? I don't know what that is. Where the heck did that come from? Must be part of Zoom. Somebody did something. All right.
Well, that's the next thing I was going to ask you. How do you grab a length if you don't have a length to go with?
Well, that's what I'm getting ready to do. So here we
Okay.
go. Clothing for women and affordable fashion goes to his page, clothes, women, affordable fashion. So you have the same slug there on your category page. So let me just click this page right here. And he's also using the
Well,
SHG link for this. So yeah, somebody is doing something on Zoom. Anyway, so this is the page that you need, clothes, women, affordable fashion. So what you have to do, and I think I showed you this if you don't maybe not remember. Um, so what we have to do is create this page by copying his page, right? So what I would do, I don't want to, you don't want to get confused here. So 1Z79 and this one is 1Z79 also. So we can close, we'll keep the category page open and we'll use this one right here. So when you hover over new, we're going to make new page. We got to make sure if you click new right here, it's going to give you a new post, which will show up on your home page or on your home. So right here, we're going to make a new page right here, new page. And then we're going to come over here to Roy's page and we'll grab I can do this because I'm logged into your website. Control C on that. Now, when I paste this, that's a title, and a title has a permalink in it. So if I right click and paste with as plain text, I won't get the link that's associated with that. So paste as plain text. So that's the title. Then you come over here and this Savings Highway Global. That's all right. We'll try and get all of this. I'll just show you how you do it. Now, normally I would tell people to just stop here. And the reason is this is a Google ad. You don't want to get that code. But I've done it before by accident and said, oh, I'd have to go there and delete that block with the Google ad in it. So as long as if you know what that you're doing, it's no problem to do that. Okay, so now I have this that much. I'll hit enter again, and it's looking like this. Uh, we'll have to change the links. So, we'll do that here in a minute. See, this is United Payments. That's Roy's SHG. So we'll change that to yours. We'll do all those at the end. All right. So right here, now I'm going to pick up after the ad. This ad says ad here. All right. Now start copying again and just come down here all the way down. You don't have to be logged in or anything. And you can get this part too. Part as well. Okay, so okay, like that. And don't do that author or anything like that, and the date and all the other, because there is other stuff down here. This stuff down here. You want to stop there. Okay. Now I'm going to Control C that, and I'm going to come back to your ad page right here, and I'll just click in this block. WordPress knows what the block is supposed to be, so you don't have to worry about. You just paste it in there like that, and it comes right. Like this last paragraph is or this last heading is an H4, and that's what it is on his website. However, the one thing that's different is this is aligned right. So easy enough to do is just click here inside this block, make it active, click these lines and just align right. And now it looks like Rory's. Okay, but the links are wrong. So we just change the links. Edit this, and we want it to go to 1Z79, not 1F16. So the rest of it is right. 1Z79. And then when you change the link, you got to click on the save, which is here. And it shouldn't open in a new tab. Okay, so that's this right here, save. Now that link is done. And then do this one, same thing, pencil to edit, and take out the F16 and put in Z79. And now we're going to link it. You can use this or the save button. They do the same thing. Link here. Okay. Now we haven't saved this page yet. So what we need to add is the meta and also the slug. So let me show you how I get that off of his pages. if you just get on the page that he has, I right click on here and come down here and it says view page source right here. Okay, and then you look here and under the one that says description, right here under meta property, description, and then we need it between these two parentheses. Is that what they call it? No, quotation marks. So we're going to go down here and we'll copy all that. Control C. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to your page. It's add new, this one. All right. And I go down here to the bottom where we add the meta description in and Control V. All right. So now we have the meta. We don't have the slug. And it should be the focus key phrase. And the focus key phrase we can find from Roy's page. I don't need this code anymore. It's this part that comes after the his.com. So we can make it exactly the same by copying this with, and it'll have the dashes in there and everything, right? Control C that and go back to add page. And we're going to put this in the slug. This is whenever you have something there you're pasting in, like that's called a field. So I'm pasting in this field. And there you go. Now the slug is there. And now then we do need the focus key phrase. So you could add it at the top or you could add it down there. Either way, when you click the Yoast, this is the Yoast right here. And I'm going to do it, paste it because I don't want to feel like typing it all. I just need to take the dashes out because I have the slug on my clipboard. And we'll just take these couple of dashes out of here and then the key phrase. Now watch what's going to happen. This page is going to turn green, right? So if we did everything correctly. Now there's still some SEO wrong, and I can probably figure out what it is without even looking at it. Doug, you have your SHG link, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So all I have to do in order to do that is go to this one that you do have it right? So here is your SHG right here. And when I click on your link right here, then I can just click on it and copy link address right here. And now when I go back to your ad page and click on his and edit to change it and Control A, Control V, and Douglas Osborne. So he had it going to the sign up page. So in that being the case, see yours is D Osborne, okay, and Rory's. Let me just show you. I'll click away because it won't change it unless if I don't say that. Rory's is United. See how it goes to page sign up?
Oh,
So I
yeah.
like to keep it to the go into the same thing. So right here before the dot savings highway global is where your D Osborne will go. So all I got to do is take this United Payments part out, make sure I leave the forward slashes there, and put in D like that. Okay, now you do have to link it. Now it's going to go to the same page that his is going to. If you wanted to, you could go to the other page, but this way it's going to be exactly the same what Rory has. And I'll log it in there. Now we're ready to get going here with this. I'll fix this to green here in a minute, but it's time to publish this because we got enough information going here. We got our focus key phrase, we got our meta and everything. So we'll go ahead and publish this. Now it gets published on your website. So yeah, it's the same web page that Rory has, but it's not 1F16, it's 1Z79, right? So you still have to modify this, of course.
You know what I get to thinking about that I have produced a separate page. I haven't. I've just taken care of his and put in
Right.
my
And
name.
this is if you don't have a page, you need to add that page to your site, right? So
Exactly.
that's what we're doing, and we're recording this so
Yeah.
that it'll make sense to you and you can rewatch it and start. But we do want to take a look at this page and see what's going on. So I want to click on here, and this video is about the right size. Let's see what, okay. This one goes to the savings highway, and we didn't change the link on this. So I thought he had a video on here on his page, 1F16. So yeah, you didn't get the video. All right. So
No.
um It didn't, it added
Hello,
this.
welcome to the Savings Highway Global.
All right, so I'll have to show you how to add that. If it's on YouTube, it's no problem. We just right click on here and copy this embed code right here. And then we come back to your page, which is this one. Now it no longer says like it did before. See
Right.
here, it's just the URL. That's the video right there. So
Uh-huh.
watch how we fix this. We're just going to go ahead and edit the page. There's a little bit of work to add a page to here. We don't want to keep this in here. So I'm going to take that out. Oops, I can type a colon and then it'll be the right thing. Okay, so like that, and then hit enter, but it's not the right type of block. We need a custom HTML block. All right, so I don't see it. So if I type in the first few letters of custom, WordPress will find it. CUS. As long as you know what you're looking for, you just find it that easy. Now I paste what's on my clipboard, Control V, and it's
There you
560
go.
by 315. That's the right thing. And now when I save this, right? And it's in the right spot. That's where he has it. This is too big, so we need to reduce this size. Also, that's one of the reasons this is not green. So watch what happens when I add this focus key phrase to the alt text. Control A, Control C, and I go back to the image alt text box right here. Control V. Now, that's one of the criteria that they want. It didn't fix everything yet, but that's okay. It's right now. We can go ahead and click on the image and change the size over here in the settings. So I would want to make it the aspect ratio, you want to keep the same. Advanced, let's see. Uh, yeah. Well, I would just use it the way he does it, which is click it and then size it with these. Okay, and then go ahead and click to the right, and then it'll align it right like he has it. You don't want to make it exactly like his anyway, but I like to be close. So it's pretty close to that. It's under this heading, and he's got it rounded. So, I'll show you how to do that real quick. You can always round it right here too. Maybe make it a little smaller. So this heading is here. That's about the right spot. All right, so now we need to change this link. And so if you want to do it and keep all the links going where Rory has his links going to, all you have to do is change, just like we did on our links for the Villa Vita. If you just change the username,
Hmm.
then
They'll all go the same.
it'll go to the same place Rory's going. So he's taking them straight to his sign up page, which I remember when we did that. We went back through and changed it. And this is D Osborne.
Mhm.
And I want to double check this. So let's see, that's this link. So don't forget to click link or save here, or else it won't save it. So save that. Now I'll make sure I got this one. Should be D Osborne, and it is. And this one, I've changed this one, D Osborne, and it is. I'm going to save this page and go and look at what we're doing. All right. I'm still not really worried about this because I know what we got to do to fix it. All right. Now we're going to take a look at this view page. And this is what I want to do is click on the link and make sure it opens in a new tab, which it did, and it went to here, and it is D Osborne's login. So this is how you get paid when somebody uses this form, right? And that's why the links are. This is affiliate marketing. That's how you do it, is with the links. So the links have to be correct. Now we're gonna just close that. I'm satisfied that we have it right. That's your. It wouldn't load if it wasn't the right one.
Right.
Now we can change the image and the rest of the links on this page. But I'm looking here to see, we're not talking just, we are not just talking affordable, but more. Uh, want to know what is more than just affordable? So what we need is we need the focus key phrase to appear in an H3 or an H4 heading. That's one of the things. And Rory has a habit. You'll be able to uh, figure this out when you're doing this. Um, Clothing for affordable fashion. he might have his key phrase might not be the full slug that we have. It might just be affordable fashion. So I don't really care. I'm going to fix it based on what we're doing. This is close enough, so you'll be able to use this. Okay, so I'm going to go here, sign in. I mean, no, close this. I'm not using that. This one. And then going to edit page. And I'll get my, so remember two parts to this, Yoast and settings. All right. And so Yoast is this, and we're going to get uh, clothes, women, affordable fashion. And we need that as an H3 heading. Control A, Control C, oops, Control Z. What did I just do? Close, Control A, Control C. And now I have that on my clipboard. I'm going to come down here somewhere and add this. You do want your focus key phrase. This is kind of a long key phrase. So, we could change this to just affordable fashion. Keep the slug the same. Um, I think affordable clothes women. Yeah, this is kind of an awkward key phrase. I don't really like this. See what happens when I take it out. No, I'll put it back. So we need a heading in here that's an H thing. H3. Find clothes women, clothes for women and affordable fashion. All right, so you're going to find this is going to be an H4 heading. So what really needs to be is an H3. Uh, so when you're going to find uh, clothes for women at an affordable fashion. So this, I don't like this. You're going to rewrite this anyway. Let me just add a paragraph here. And here's another way to add a block. I showed you how to do it earlier. Just add before right here. Right now I have a block. And then
Right.
I can just say when now remember, no, there's only one SHION. It needs to be exactly this key phrase. So even though I added a for and in there, it doesn't matter. The words appear exactly as they appear over here, but it's not a heading. I need to transform this block to a heading H3 or H2. I'm not going to leave it H2, but I will make it H3. And do you see how that turned it green? That's all we
Mhm.
needed to do that, to make that green, was add your focus key phrase in as an H3 heading or H2. And if you would have looked at the down arrow, it would have told you that you need to have a focus key phrase. So, literally you could maybe expound on this sentence. When you're looking for clothes for women and affordable fashion, comma, uh, you can access. Well, he's got whoops, ACCEESS. This value when you purchase. When you make your purchase. How about that? To be honest with you, this is a heading. And so when you make We're mainly concerned that this is green and green. Okay, so now we don't really need this heading here anymore. Let's just dump it. And you can, when you come down, when you're modifying this page, Doug, you'll probably remember that we already changed it. If not, go to 1F16 and you can see what it used to look like. All right.
Good.
Um, anyway, gonna go ahead and remove this heading, but it's going down underneath my zoom when I do this. I'm gonna have to move the zoom bar. Now I can find get to the delete, and we'll take that out. And now we're green, just like I said we would be. Now you've got something you can modify. All I'm going to do here, since we're making a recording of this, is I know I already did this one. It never hurts to double check your link and make sure it's good. So we'll do this
Right.
one. And the way you do an image is you click the image and then you click the pencil here. And then you get to the United Payments portion and highlight this. So what I'm doing, the way I'm doing it, guys, is I'm holding my shift key and I'm arrow keying left to right. So when I push my right, this way I can get a precision selection. Okay, now I put D Osborne. And then I need this on an image, it's got this bent arrow. It says apply. All right, so we applied that. All right, now this one we did already. So there's really not that many links on this page. I'm going to make this page, and you're going to see now you're not going to get that 404 because this is the slug that you have on your category page. I'm pretty
Right.
sure. So this one is same deal. Uh, oh shoot! Now this zoom thing in my way. I gotta move it back down to the bottom, you guys. Sorry. So I never knew what we were gonna do today. I didn't really have a plan, but hopefully this is good for somebody. You guys got to know how to add new pages, even if you add what Rory has, so you can modify it. It's still you need to know how to do this. The Osborne. Okay, so now I got a link, and save, and it opens in a new tab. Okay, that's correct. All right, so we got another one here. See, this one's going to savings calculator. So I don't
Mhm.
even know if this is a, yeah, oh, it already has Diaz one. I guess I already did it. All right. So that must be the last one that I just did. Its save is not even available. That looks like it. Save. All right. Now, view page. All right. So there's a page that's pretty darn close to what Rory has on his website. Right.
Yep. That was great.
And now you're ready to just modify the rest of it. Just remember, uh, wait a minute. What happened to my paragraph? Oh, yeah, I put it when you're looking for clothes for women and affordable fashion, you can access this value when you make your purchase. Okay, so that's where we put our heading 3 right here. The only other thing is, and I might as well show you this. You see how his heading is this color? The easy way to do it, you guys probably already know this, but if I wanted to make this heading that same purple color, all I got to do is edit page. And then that's where when I was showing earlier, the two components, you have settings. By the way, if you need more screen space, you can click one of these. And Yoast, both these need to be green. And we're going to click settings, and we'll come down here to the click inside this heading block. It's an H3, and that's what it needed to be. And then you just click the text color. And he was using this purple color, I believe. Okay, and then you got another heading on here. We can make them both the same if you'd like. Here's this one, H4. Put a little pizzazz on your web page. Save it up. Now watch what happens this, and I'm about ready to stop. I'm about ready to stop this recording. So this view page appears for a minute after you click save, but you don't have to, if that disappears, don't worry about it. This one's always here, view page. Okay, and if you click that view page without actually saving it, WordPress is going to say, wait a minute, you're leaving without saving your work. Okay, so now you can see we have this really looking like what Rory has. We use the same colors as his headings. So, you can change it. You don't want it to be exactly what he has, but anyway, that's part of the Ascension marketing. So if you're interested, did I actually change my link? You don't have to click on it to find out. All you do is hover over it, and you can read it in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm looking right here in this spot of my.
Oh,
See, I can see this says 1z79.com/contact us. This one says 1z79.com/contact us. This one says D. Osborne, and this one appears, the image says D. Osborne, and then we have this link, uh, D. Osborne, and this link at the top right here, D. Osborne. And so that way, I mean, we already clicked it once. You don't have to click them to find out if you did remembered to do it or not. You just hover over it and it appears right down here in this corner, what the link is. Okay, that in case you didn't notice that.
oh, I should do that.
Anyway, so now watch, we're on your clothing. We're going to go back to your clothing and apparel. And now we're going to click on your clothing for women and affordable fashion. So clothes, women, affordable fashion. That's exactly what we named the page, right? Or we created that slug. So when I click this, it's going to go there now. Remember a minute ago, it didn't go anywhere. It had an X through it or whatever. So
Yeah,
now this page is on your website. It's good to go. You do need to modify the content, but that's pretty simple for you. You know how to do that, right?
yeah. Hmm.
So that's really, thanks for letting me use your website because I don't really, so I'm going to log out. Let me close out everything off here and then I'll log out. But that's why you guys don't ever really want to, just whatever you do, don't change your password to your website. Okay. So now log out and we'll go ahead and close that. And then I'm going to come back to my Zoom, stop my share. I hope that was of interest. Let me stop my recording.
That was great.
Yeah. Well, and the good thing is we made a recording of it, so maybe somebody forgot. How come I don't see record here? Don't tell me it already. Oh, here it is. They change. It always changes, depending on the size of your browser and stuff. Stop right here.